everyone, it's Carlos Avalos here. As you can see, it's Casual Friday for me. Hope your day is going well. Wanted to log on here and provide you guys with an update of what's going on in the real estate industry. There's been some changes on how we conduct business. I'm sure many of you have heard because it's been on the news. As of August 17th, about 2 weeks ago, the National Association of Realtors made some changes, added some contracts, added some agreements that need to be signed with the buyer prior to showing you any houses. Sellers on your side, there's been some changes as well that I'll dive into quickly. So I just did the video and it lasted 9 minutes. So I'm like, let me redo it and try to dive in quickly without making it so lengthy. So if I miss anything, guys, on this video, you still have questions, please feel free to contact me here direct on social media or Rose, or you can always call me or text me 818-399-4093 or Rose 818-590-2077. With that said, let me dive in and explain the changes briefly. As of, like I said, August 17th, there's been some changes. Buyers now moving forward, if you want to see some properties, you will be required to sign a buyer representation and broker compensation agreement with your agent. And basically, this is saying that this is your agent representing you on any purchase or while showing you properties. And there is a compensation for their services here that's between you, the buyer, and your agent. And that is negotiable. There's nothing set in stone. That's between you and your buyer's agent on what you come to an agreement on. If there's a specific property that you want to see, there's just one property or two properties and you know the addresses and you're not sure if you want to, after the agent shows you this property, you're not sure if you want them to represent you afterwards, then you can sign a property showing and representation agreement. And it has a section where you can add the addresses of the properties that you're interested in. And yes, there is a compensation for the buyer's agent services as well that is between you and that agent. So if you make an offer and your offer gets accepted, that agent is owed a commission. But don't be alarmed, buyers. If, let's just say, you don't have the funds to pay your agent representation, you can always negotiate with the seller. When you submit an offer, you can add on there seller to pay buyer's concessions, 2%, 3%, whatever the agreement was between you and your agent. You can include it on the offer and negotiate with the seller to pay that on your behalf, or sign a seller payment concession for buyer's broker's compensation and attach it to the offer as well. And basically, this is saying that you're requesting, you as the buyer, for the seller to pay your buyer's agent commission. Buyers on before I forget, buyers, when you go to open houses moving forward, you will be required when you get to the when you arrive to the open house, the agent hosting the open house will have an open house visitor non-agency disclosure and sign-in sheet. Basically, it's that. So this here is saying, yes, you are signing in as a visitor. You're not signing an agreement with that agent whatsoever. Now, if you don't have an agent and you like that property, you want to make an offer and you want that agent that is holding the open house to represent you and write up the offer, then you will, at that moment, you will be required to sign a buyer representation broker compensation agreement with that agent if you don't have a representation and you want to write an offer and have that agent write it up. Otherwise, don't be alarmed. Go ahead, sign the open house visitor non-agency disclosure. There's no agreement between you and that agent. You're simply there as a visitor, and it even has an area where if you do have an agent already representing you, you can add their name there on the section on the document. Sellers, now I want to speak to you. Moving forward, if you're thinking of listing your property for sale and you meet with your agent to list your property, now you will negotiate with your agent the commission for their services only. No longer will you provide a commission for both sides at that moment immediately. You're not signing a listing agreement and providing commission, like I said, for both sides, buyer's agent and seller side. You are providing the commission, negotiating the commission for the listing agent only. But please don't forget, like I tell my clients, please be advised and expect when you get an offer from a buyer on their offer, most likely they're going to have they're included on there for the requesting for the seller to pay the buyer's agent commission as well, and that's negotiable at that moment. My advice for sellers is that you consider paying the buyer's agent commission as well. Otherwise, the pool of buyers that are interested in your house and want to make that offer is going to be much smaller, because not all buyers have sufficient funds to pay representation of their agent for their agent and their down payment. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. There's more details. I just don't want to make this video much lengthier than it is. But I'm here to help, guys, answer any questions you may have, or if you're looking to sell or buy, I'm your agent. One thing I do want to tell you guys, since now buyers have to sign an agreement with their agent, and there's a commission that you are signing that you owe this agent, hire a realtor with experience that's going to bring value to you, that's going to represent you at the highest level, and going to look out for your best interest. That goes to you, seller, as well. Always hire someone that knows the area, that's experienced, that's been around for a while, and that's always going to protect you and look out for your best interest. Hope to talk to you guys soon. Be well. Have a wonderful long Labor Day weekend. Take care. Bye bye.